Today I'm rocking with the ever charming Triumph Bonneville T120. Let's talk about it. Nice to be back out on a Triumph twin. If you follow the channel, you may know that I took the Bonneville Bobber to the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride last year. We tested the Speedmaster Cruiser, the Thruxton, and of course MOTO's own Speed Twin, which we're turning into a monster with engine work and Olin suspension, a Verex exhaust and more. But now I'm on the T120 Bonneville, which in my eyes is very much the mainstay of Triumph's modern retro range. The T120 nameplate dates back, what, 6 decades? 1959 I think rings a bell. And I think that the T120 Bonneville does the truest impression to the early bikes from which they get their name, in that the ergonomics, these instruments, the styling is as close to an early Brit twin. It's smoother, faster, more advanced and more reliable in just about every single conceivable way. However, the T120 does really give you, it has the essence of those early British twins, old Bonnies, Nortons, that kind of thing. I have to say that jumping on this, I realised just how well set up our Speed Twin is in regards to handling. The suspension and brakes on this is far more primitive, and so if you're expecting a sporty experience from the T120 Bonneville, you're just not going to get it. It's a lazy, lumbering, cruiser-esque motorcycle, but that's the point. It's not a sports bike, it's a real motorcycle. When you think of a motorcycle, this is what I picture, you know. Nice, big, comfortable, flat seat, wide and centered bars. You couldn't sit more upright if you tried. A very positive gearbox that gives you that great clunk. Got to be careful of my speed in here because it's full of cameras. I've said many times that I love this twin motor. It's not overly powerful, but it has a great whack of torque early on, and it's easy and willing. It just couldn't suit this modern classics platform any better. It's in the Bobber, it's in the Speedmaster, it's in the Thruxton, it's in the Speed Twin, it's in this, with varying tunes, but it's the same 1200cc parallel twin unit, and it just really, really works. So the T120 Black in this colour scheme here, which just came out in the second half of last year, it's available from 20,890 right away. It's not highly specified, although you do get cruise control, 2 rider modes, road and rain. We got 41mm cartridge forks, twin disc Brembos up the front. The brakes are not incredible. There's enough squeeze for the type of bike that this is, but they're not overly dynamic. And that front suspension really does dive a lot under heavy braking. As I said, it's not a sports bike. It's not supposed to be. If you're looking for a sporty experience, you go for the Thruxton or the Speed Twin. Simple as that. Yeah. A desperately charming motorcycle, the Bonneville. Perfect commuter. It really is a do-it-all machine, really. You can cover great distances on them. You look really cool riding them, I think. I think you fool non-motorcyclists into thinking you're on a classic bike, which, you know, that's alright. Good solid power for the freeway. You can get accessory luggage. You can hot them up. The world's your oyster. Just about every manufacturer now does a modern retro, but Triumph is sort of a pioneer in the modern retro space. Their interpretation has always been closer to replicating the feeling of old motorcycles, whereas a lot of other manufacturers you'll find they just take their naked sports bike and add some retro looking parts to it, like a round headlight and a teardrop tank, which is fine. I love bikes like that, like the XSR 900 from Yamaha or Kawasaki Z900 RS. Perfect example of that. It's a naked sports bike with classic looking bits on it. But yeah, as I said, Triumph's interpretation is far more true to the bikes in which they are inspired. The news just broke today that the previous CEO of Norton Motorcycles, Stuart Garner, was sentenced, 8-month suspended sentence, I believe, which seems like he got off rather light with the charge of defrauding pensioners in an effort to keep his Norton brand alive. A wacky state of affairs, really. Hopefully Norton, under its new ownership by TVS, I think, will flourish and rise from the ashes of Stuart Garner's ownership. They've revealed a new naked bike, and they have their V4SS Super Sports, so hopefully Norton can rise again, because Triumph, its old rival, has been absolutely murdering it lately. Their expansion is just outrageous. They've got a new Tiger Sport 660 Lambs Sports Tourer coming out very shortly. Their Trident was an absolute sellout success. They're building serious motocross and enduro models to compete with Honda and Kawasaki and Suzuki and Husqvarna. How the hell they're going to do that, I don't know, but they are very serious about it. Their new Tiger looks to be competing with the BMW R1250 GS adventure bike monster. They just can't miss a beat, Triumph, lately. Yeah, they're killing it. I wonder if I can do a wheelie. Nope. Well, sorry, I'm running out of ideas to keep you entertained. I tried the wheelie, nothing happened. But look, I'm doing my best, okay? I'm riding a lot of bikes. See you guys.